He knew before that there's a possibility because I was messaging Mr. Dorschlag on Facebook, and he told me that he thought that he was the father, but even if he wasn't, that I should leave Mr. Livingston and be with him. Let him be my baby daddy. And Mr. Livingston saw those messages on Facebook, yes.
This is a wild one. Ms. Livingston is in court to prove her husband, Mr. Livingston, is not the father of their baby, Jordan, because she thinks the baby's real dad is her new man, Mr. Dorschlag.
You've petitioned this court for a DNA test on your 21-month-old daughter, Jordan, to prove to your now ex-husband, Mr. Livingston, that he is not Jordan's biological father.
The husband is heartbroken. He says he was there for the whole pregnancy, was at the birth, and is even on the birth certificate.
Because I was there through all of it. I was there through the doctor's appointments. I was there through the birth. Everything about that kid looks like me.
So why the sudden doubt? She says after the baby was born, she started getting blonde hair and looking more and more like the other man.
My daughter, when she was born, she looked a lot like Mr. Livingston. She had dark hair and, she had some of his facial features, but as she got older, she got blonde hair. Neither Mr. Livingston nor I have blonde hair, but Mr. Dorschlag does. She started to look a lot like Mr. Dorschlag.
But the husband says she's a liar. He claims he snooped on her Facebook and found messages where she was planning to leave him for Mr. Dorschlag.
He knew before that there's a possibility because I was messaging Mr. Dorschlag on Facebook, and he told me that he thought that he was the father, but even if he wasn't, that I should leave Mr. Livingston and be with him. Let him be my baby daddy. And Mr. Livingston saw those messages on Facebook, yes.
She's got her own dirt. She says she filed for divorce after getting a screenshot of her husband asking for naked pictures from a family member.
The reason I filed for the divorce is not so that I could be with Mr. Dorschlag. It's because I got a screenshot of a text message from my family member saying that he had asked for nude photos. From a
family member?
Yeah, from my family member.
But he says she's the one who's been shady. His sister takes the stand and says Ms. Livingston has been brainwashing her brother and trying to get him to leave his family.
And so you are here to testify as to what exactly?
For Michael to be Jordan's father.
Please explain to the court why.
Because if you look at that little girl's eyes and you look at my brother's eyes, they have the exact same shape, they have the same face.
The other man, Mr. Dorschlag, is in court. He says he thinks he could be the dad because the baby has his same eyes and hair color.
Your Honor, in a way, I do believe it because of the eye color and the hair color of the kid. I have sat down and looked at my previous baby pictures and baby pictures of Jordan, and I have came to the conclusion that because of the hair color and the eye color, we do look similar.
The family resemblance photos are here. Ms. Livingston brings in pictures comparing the baby to the other man, and even the judge says, I can see that.
I came to paternity court to find out who my daughter's biological father is because she has a right to know just like everybody else has a right to know. I don't want Michael raising my daughter if she is not his. If she is Jason's, he has a right to be her father. That is why I am here. That is exactly how I feel.
You don't believe beyond a doubt that...
No, there is doubt.
But the husband's sister has her own photo evidence. She brings in pictures comparing the baby to her brother, and everyone agrees they look alike too.
I've seen pictures of her. I've not actually seen her physically in person.
No, he was living in Tennessee. He left soon after the conception time. He went back to Tennessee with his family. He found out I was pregnant when I was further along. When I posted on Facebook, he found out. Well, is there a chance I'm the baby's dad? You could always move out here and be with me and let me be your baby daddy.
The other man is ready to be a dad. He says if the baby is his, he will step up and cherish her for the rest of her life.
Because she came home and said that I just got the new 50 Shades of Grey book.
Yep. No, they weren't new.
What does that have to do with paternity?
It doesn't. He didn't get a job at McDonald's until September.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this marriage end in a shocking paternity twist?
It has been determined by this court. Her biological father is Mr. Livingston.
I liked him from day one.
Oh!
I did. I'm confident about myself. He might think he's gay or whatever. That's why I'm thinking to myself, he think he's, but he ain't met me. When I made that move, he didn't push me away,
And so you had been plotting on this all the time, but you were waiting for the time to make your move.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a crazy one. Ms. Ware is in court with her gay best friend, Mr. Wilson, claiming a one-night stand made him the father of her 3-year-old son, Ayante.
Ms. Ware, you claim that after one night of passion with the defendant, you ended up pregnant, but he is now denying paternity of your 3-year-old son, Ayante. You opened your case to prove he is the father because you are tired of raising your son alone.
But he says she's just pinning her baby on him because she's run out of other guys to blame, and he swears he used a condom.
Mr. Wilson, you say the plaintiff is running out of potential fathers and is trying to pin her baby on you. You say you used a condom and there is no way you are Ayante's father.
Their backstory is insane. They were best friends for years, and he was her gay best friend, who she would hang out with all the time while he was dating other men.
I met him probably like 8 years ago, just, passing through the city. I was going to hair school at the time, and, I would see him on my way to hair school. We would hang out with each other, potluck. He cooked something, I cooked something, bring it over to his house, or he'd come over to my house, long talks. This is my gay best friend,
But she had a secret crush. She admits she liked him from day one and thought he might not be truly gay, so she decided to make a move.
Ms. Ware, you claim that after one night of passion with the defendant, you ended up pregnant, but he is now denying paternity of your 3-year-old son, Ayante. You opened your case to prove he is the father because you are tired of raising your son alone.
How did it happen? She invited him over for Netflix and chill, got him drunk, and then seduced him.
Now, Mr. Wilson, when she said, hey, you want to come over and watch Netflix and chill out?
Yes, Your Honor. I just thought we were just going to be chilling, like we always do, watch TV, drink, do what we normally do. She kind of seduced me, we started drinking, I got intoxicated, one thing led to another.
But here's the biggest lie. She swears they didn't use protection, but he is 100% positive that he did.
Did you use protection that night?
Yes, Your Honor, I used the condom.
Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson, you did not.
I'm not going to go there.
You did not.
Your Honor. I used the condom.
Your Honor,
I know what I put on me.
Use no condom.
I know what I put on me, Your Honor. She's done tested multiple people. She's just trying to pin the child on me. I love her and all because my godson, but this is not my child, Your Honor. This is just...
The list of other men is long. She's already had DNA tests with 3 other guys, and they all came back negative.
Is he eliminated from being a potential father for Ayante?
I had him tested, and DNA came back that he wasn't the father.
Oh, so you have previously taken paternity tests, DNA tests?
Yes, ma'am.
She says he's her last hope. With the other 3 men ruled out, he is the only one left who could be the father.
And you say Mr. Wilson is the only other man, the only other possibility?
Yes, Your Honor. My baby.
Oh, he's adorable.
He thinks she's just trying to use him because he's moved away and is doing better in his life now.
Are
I
her
think
child
she's just trying to use
father?
me, Your Honor, honestly.
To use you?
Yes, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor. It's
They trying to
nothing.
use-
Wait, use you why?
Because she see that I moved away from Tennessee and done better with myself. Gone
And Your
almost 2
Honor-
years, and now she's trying
No.
to pin a child on me.
No.
But wait, after the results are read, she drops a final bombshell, revealing that she actually knows who the real father is, but he is deceased.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Wilson,
Yes, Your Honor.
you are not the father.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This whole mess starts with Mr. Adams, who is facing jail time for back child support for a kid he's sure isn't. They were never in a real relationship, just a friends with benefits situation, and that she was with other men at the same time. Ever taking a test.
Mr. Adams, did you go to court?
No, Your Honor, only due to the fact that I was incarcerated, so I didn't receive any court subpoenas, anything, Your Honor. I was incarcerated.
But here's a crazy twist. The grandma, he's already been to jail once for not paying. He spent 19 days locked up and is terrified he's going to be sent back if this test doesn't.
10 days.
Her own mom is on his side. The baby's grandma takes the stand and says her daughter has a lying problem and that she's disgusted with how she's treated him. Judge Lake has the envelope that holds his future. Will he be proven the father and sent back to jail, or will he finally get the truth that sets him free?
It has been determined.
Poor baby.
Correct.
And what I'm trying to figure out are where are the doubts? I mean, as it stands right now, it's like you were in the hospital, you signed a birth certificate, you said you did it because you had doubt. Now I need to know proof of that doubt. Mr.
I wasn't even
Muriel.
there. Yes, and I believe she was with other
Okay,
people.
you
I
say
had
you
fought
weren't
her
even
with
there.
another
Give
dude.
me the surrounding that. You weren't there.
I weren't there. I was here in Atlanta, Georgia, trying to pursue my dream.
This whole mess starts with Mr. Muriel and his sister, who are tag teaming his ex, Ms. Redmond, because they're both convinced her baby, Zaid, isn't his.
Mr. Muriel, you and your sister have petitioned to order a DNA test to prove that you are not the father of the defendant's 18-month-old son, Zadrian.
His lame excuse for signing? He says her whole family was at the hospital ganging up on him, saying how much the baby looked like him, and he just felt pressured.
You signed the birth certificate. When you were at the hospital, did you believe the child was yours at the time?
No.
You did not?
No.
And so, okay, so you got this opportunity and it was time to sign the birth certificate. You went went and did it, why?
Because I felt very pressured. Like, everybody's sitting there looking at me as far as, like, her
But his
family.
mom was there.
The sister is coming in hot with the dates. She says her brother was out of town in Atlanta during the entire conception window, so he couldn't be the dad.
Correct.
And what I'm trying to figure out are where are the doubts? I mean, as it stands right now, it's like you were in the hospital, you signed a birth certificate, you said you did it because you had doubt.
Yes, and I believe she was with other
Okay,
people.
you
I
say
had
you
fought
weren't
her
even
with
there.
another
Give
dude.
me the facts surrounding that. You weren't there.
I weren't there. I was here in Atlanta, Georgia, trying to pursue my dream.
The sister has more dirt. She claims Ms. Redmond posted a Snapchat of another man playing with the baby and called him daddy.
That's you on Snapchat saying, look at Zadrian playing with his dad, with the same guy she got caught at the house.
Right.
Time out.
Hey.
Hold on.
Time out. Time
Hold
out.
on, Miss
Wherever the-
Redmond. Now,
Oh, yeah,
Miss
but now
Mask
is there
has-
heavy?
Hold on, Miss Mask has asserted that you were on Snapchat
Yes.
talking about someone else was Zadrian's father.
Yes.
She says it's all just a big misunderstanding. She claims the guy on Snapchat was just a friend who gave her a ride, but admits he does want to be with her.
Did I ever say look at him with his dad? No, I don't believe I've ever posted him and the boy
Have you-
guy I was talking to. Did he catch me riding in the car with him? Yes, because that guy was the guy I was talking to.
lied.
And
It
I
said
had
that-
to pick my son up from daycare. I'm a single mom.
But
Told me multiple
is that the
times I'm
same
not
guy when he went up to the house and
Yeah.
opened the door?
Talking about the fuck?
He believed
Zadrian's
that.
father, because you say there's a striking resemblance.
The judge has had enough of the drama. After hearing all the conflicting stories and seeing the signed birth certificate, she orders a DNA test to settle it once and for all.
In light of what's going on here and the testimony I've heard, there is clearly enough evidence to order a paternity test in this particular case. So after our adjourned court, you all are going to go directly to the laboratory and undergo DNA testing,
Let's do it.
submit to it, and we will return back to this courtroom results. Are we clear?
The verdict is in. Is Mr. Muriel the dad, or is this the end of his child support nightmare?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Muriel, you are the father.
I asked him not to sign my baby's birth certificate until we get a DNA, and he did it anyway.
So you're saying that you asked him not to sign the birth certificate?
Yes, until we knew that she was his.
Why would you let somebody sign a birth certificate?
I didn't let you. You did it on your own.
This poor dude, Mr. Ahmad, is totally heartbroken. He was overjoyed to be a dad, especially after losing another child. But now his ex, Ms. Day, says their baby, Nevaya, isn't his.
Mr. Ahmad, you say you were overjoyed to be a father after the birth of your first child, 22-month-old Nevaeh. However, you claim that you were crushed when the defendant later told you another man could be her dad. You are here today to prove you are Nevaeh's father.
But she swears she told him from the start that there was another man. She says she was just good friends with Mr. Ahmad and was never in love with him.
Well, I need to talk to you. And she says, well, I'm pregnant. This is your child.
No, I didn't say she was yours. I said she might be yours and she might not.
You're saying now, Ms. Day, I really wasn't in love with Mr. Ahmad, but he was a good friend. We were having a sexual relationship. He looked after me, and I needed somebody to look after me at that point.
Yes, Your Honor.
He's got the ultimate receipt. He was at the hospital for the birth, cut the umbilical cord, and even signed the birth certificate because he was so sure he was the dad.
When Nevaeh was born, were you present, Mr. Ahmad?
I was present the entire time she was pregnant. I cut the umbilical cord. I signed the birth certificate. After the baby was born, we left the hospital together.
But she says he's a liar. She claims she told him not to sign the birth certificate until they had a DNA test, but he did it anyway.
I asked him not to sign my baby's birth certificate until we get a DNA, and he did it anyway.
So you're saying that you asked him not to sign the birth certificate?
Yes, until we knew that she was his.
Why would you let somebody sign a birth certificate?
I didn't let you. You did it on your own.
The social media posts are damning. Before the baby was even born, she was calling him my child's father all over Facebook.
It says, Happy Father's Day to my child's father. Even though she's not here yet, he's already amazing. He takes damn good care of us. I'm proud to call him mine.
That's because he was there. He was there. He wanted to be her father. So
That was before she was born.
Yes.
And after the baby was born, she posted a picture saying the baby looked just like her daddy. She's totally caught in her own web of lies.
happy birthday to my baby daddy. I love you, baby. Then she looked just like her daddy right here. Is that Mr. Ahmad in the picture?
Yes, I said she looked like him at first, but she doesn't anymore. As she get older, she looked more like the other man.
The other man, Mr. Flowers, is in court. He says she told him there was a 50-50 chance he was the father, and he's already been a part of the baby's life.
And he was also told that he was Nevaeh's biological father?
Yes, ma'am.
So what was your relationship like with Ms. Day?
Everything been cool all the way up to this baby situation occurred. When it occurred, told me to be a 50-50 chance. I left the situation right there and went on about my way.
Now the first DNA results are for the loving dad, Mr. Ahmad. Will he be confirmed as the father he's always believed he was?
I feel like I'm being robbed. I know I got into a car wreck, and I know financially right now I'm unable to do the best that I can, but that can change.
Now it's time for the other man, Mr. Flowers. With one man's results already in, is this the moment the truth finally comes out?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Flowers.
The judge drops a legal bomb. Even if the DNA says he's not the dad because he signed the birth certificate, he is still the legal father.
You are the biological father, but I need you all to understand in this room that Mr. Ahmad is still the legal father. She has his name and he's on her birth certificate. You all are gonna have to return to your home state and try to get this taken care of. Mr. Ahmad, are you all right? I'm very sorry. I know this was not the news you expected nor wanted.
I'm hurt, and I'm hurt.
I have my conception date right here.
I'd like to see that evidence. Will you hand it to me, please?
I conceived at the beginning of August. I did not sleep with him until the end of August.
Prepared a calendar for the court.
Yes, ma'am. I slept with Christian every single night, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day.
I don't remember all.
Wow.
This whole mess starts with Ms. Whitaker, who says her ex, Mr. Troll, is a total mama's boy, and that his mother is the only reason he's denying their 2-year-old daughter, Brinley.
Ms. Whitaker, you've summoned Mr. Schroll to court to prove that he is father of your 2-year-old daughter, Brinley.
Yes, sir.
You say that Mr. Schroll has doubt only because of his conniving and manipulative mother, and you want him to man up and take care of his responsibilities.
But he says if the baby isn't his, he wants nothing to do with her or his ex ever again.
Mr. Schroll, you claim you are not Brinley's father, and once you prove your case, you never want to see or hear from Ms. Whitaker again.
Their relationship was super serious. They dated for 3 years, and his mom even moved in with Ms. Whitaker and her mom at one point.
We fell in love from the beginning. We were never separated. We probably spent 3 days apart in the entire almost 3 years we were together. From the time we started dating, our parents let us spend the night together. We were either staying at my house.
Wait. They what?
They let us stay the night
When you
together.
started dating, your parents let you spend the night together?
Yes.
At each other's homes?
Yes.
But he says she's a cheater. He claims he has proof she was with other men, which is why he has so much doubt.
I was fed up with it. I was getting constant accusations of cheating, and I never once cheated on her, and I would always say the person with the guilty conscience is the one who had done it, and then that would come up.
She admits she cheated once, but says her calendar proves it was outside the conception window. She claims she was with Mr. Troll almost every single day when the baby was made.
I have my conception date right here.
I'd like to see that evidence. Will you hand it to me, please?
I conceived at the beginning of August. I did not sleep with him until the end of August.
So let me understand this. You've prepared a calendar for the court.
Yes, ma'am. I slept with Christian every single night, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day.
I don't remember all.
Wow.
But his mom has a different story. She takes the stand and claims Ms. Whitaker admitted to cheating on her son 7 times.
Not until she admitted to me 7 times that she cheated.
7 times cheating?
Yes. She told me there were 7 possibilities.
7 possible.
God.
The birth certificate is a total mess. Mr. Troll was at the hospital, but another man's name is on the birth certificate.
Yes.
What happened is I get there, and your little boyfriend at time wants to talk all big over the phone and say how he's gonna kick my butt and all
My
this.
boyfriend never threatened you.
Wait a minute. When did we get a boyfriend?
Her excuse for the other man's name? She says she was so mad that he was posting mean things about her on Facebook while she was in labor, that she put another guy's name down out of spite.
Your Honor, when I woke up from my C-section, he wasn't even there. I woke up the next morning, Christian had posted stuff all over Facebook about my boyfriend, about my family, baby mama drama already.
He says he felt no connection to the baby when she was born, and that he's not going to bond with her until until he knows for sure that she's his.
Did you feel a connection? Did you feel like this is my child?
No, not at all. I looked at her and I told the nurses, I'm like, I don't know.
I got a picture of the both of them. Tell me this is not his child.
His own mom admits she tells him to be careful and that she's just trying to protect him from getting hurt.
I honestly don't care to see her until I know for a fact she's mine, because there's multiple possibilities to it. That's
In other words,
why
I've
we're
been
here.
on my own for the past 2 years doing it all by myself. 18 to 20, I've been doing it by myself.
This is why you have to be responsible for your own life.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will Mr. Troll finally have to step up, or will his mom get her wish?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Schroll, you are her father.
I am.
She's in court suing him for over $4,000 in baby expenses, but he says he's already bought her everything she asked. Her mom is here to defend her. She says he called her during the pregnancy and promised to be there for his daughter, no matter what.
And that was it. That was the end of the Harvey. Mr. Harvey, you are not her father. Mr. McKee, you never heard from Miss Thomas again during the whole pregnancy.
I haven't heard from her, Your Honor.
All while she was pregnant.
All while she was pregnant.
So you weren't there when the baby was born.
No, Your Honor.
This whole mess started on a dating app. Ms. Thomas and Mr. McKee hooked up, and now she's in court to prove he's the father of her baby boy, Carson.
Miss Thomas, you and the defendant, Mr. McKee, met on an online dating website, and the conversation quickly jumped offline and into Mr. McKee's bed. You believed you were in a committed relationship with the defendant and was devastated when he denied your pregnancy.
But he says he wasn't looking for a relationship. He claims he was just having fun, but she fell for him after just a month.
I wasn't ready, Your Honor.
Tell me about it, though. You know, a lot of times we're in situations like this where there are two people on two different pages. I hear a lot of times when women say, you know, I was to him, and then the man will say, well, I wasn't committed to her, or even vice versa. Sometimes, you know, the man is committed and faithful, and the woman is.
How did she tell him she was pregnant? She sent him a picture of the positive test, and he replied, whatever you decide to do, just let me know, and then blocked her.
I said, let me take a pregnancy test. So I took a pregnancy test. I took a picture of it, and I sent it to him through text message. He was like, what is this? I like a pregnancy test. He's like, oh, okay, so whatever you decide to do, just let me know.
But she called me when she was like 3 months pregnant. I know I got a phone call, I was at work. I told her I'd call her back, but I ended up blocking her number.
He was a total ghost. He had no contact with her for the entire pregnancy and wasn't even there for the birth.
Mr. McKee, you never heard from Miss Thomas again during the whole pregnancy.
I haven't heard from her, Your Honor.
All while she was pregnant.
All while she was pregnant.
So you weren't there when the baby was born.
No, Your Honor.
His big reason for doubt is the baby's looks. He says the baby is too light-skinned and has different features, even joking that he looks like Donald Trump.
So, Mr. McKee, she sent you a text with the picture of the baby. Your first response was what?
The baby look like he can be for Donald Trump.
Like, really?
But that's not all. He says because she already has 7 other kids, he thinks she's probably getting with a lot of other guys too.
Who else you think she might be me?
You feel like because she has more than one child, that she potentially was entertaining a lot of different men. And so it's not just you she was sleeping. Is that what you're trying to say?
1 month.
Oh, now I get what you say. Okay, could you just talk?
She swears she wasn't with anyone else. She says her other kids' fathers were all black, so there's no way the baby could be so light unless it was his.
I meet you April the 1st, and April the 20th, we getting it in. It ain't gonna take long.
It's because she had sex with you so quickly that you felt like, well, maybe this is the type of person or type of woman who's also having sex with other people.
But when we first started off,
his own family is divided. His mom thinks the baby looks like him, but his aunt told her to go find the real father.
Do you feel like there's a resemblance?
My mama say it can be mine, but my auntie say she need to find the dad of that baby.
Okay, so even in your own family, the response has been...
Right.
It's hard.
It's off.
Carson's 8 months old, so you've been doing this all this time?
Yes, ma'am.
He's got his own drama. He already has 1 daughter and has 2 more kids on the way with 2 different women, who are sisters.
So do you have any other kids, Mr. McKee?
I have a daughter. I have 2 more on the way.
Right.
With your spouse or your girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
So the children were planned. So you have twins on the way?
No, not twin, but 2 different women.
But wait, after the results are read, she drops a final bombshell, revealing that the real father is actually her ex from before she even met Mr. McKee.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. McKee, you are not the father.
Are you serious?
This whole mess started when Mr. Matlock left town for just 1 week to visit his son. When he came back, his girlfriend, Ms. Monroe, had already moved her ex into their house.
Mr. Matlock,
Yes, ma'am.
you say that a few years back you were suddenly called away on family business.
Cheating. They got back together, and then a month and a half later, she dropped the bombshell that she was pregnant. At first, she told him he was not the father, but now she's in court trying to prove that he is. What a tangled web of lies.
We sit down, we have the discussion. I asked her point blank, am I the father of the child? Who's
And
the
I
baby
was
daddy?
honest, right?
She
And
looked
what did
at
she
me
say?
and
I was
said,
honest.
you're not the father. Real talk.
He's been paying child support for 4 years. He says he missed the first court date and was named the dad by default, and now he's paying $360 a month for a kid.
Amount of $360 a month.
The child support has ruined his life. He says it destroyed his marriage to another woman and forced him to get a second job just to make the payments.
In the beginning, me and Deshaun, we weren't really serious when we had our first son. I did cheat on him in the beginning.
This poor dude, Mr. Mitchell, is so fed up. He's in court to get DNA tests for his 2 sons because his wife, Ms. Dalton, has put him and the kids through a lot.
Mr. Mitchell, you are petitioning the court for 2 DNA tests to determine if you are the father of your estranged wife's 2 children. 2-year-old Deshaun Jr. and 1-year-old Bishop.
He's a total stand-up guy. Even with all his doubts, he has full custody of both little boys and is raising them all on his own.
You currently have custody of the 2 boys, so the stakes of today's results couldn't be higher.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's got some nerve. She tries to play the victim, claiming she was forced to leave her home. But he says she's the one who walked out with another man, telling him to take the kids.
What she did is she left with another man. She just came home one day, Your Honor, and just said, here go your kids, take the kids, and just walked out.
There was something that happened, and
That's what
I
she
was
did.
I was forced to leave my home.
Nobody forced her to leave. When she left me, Your Honor, and left the kids and walked out, Your Honor, I was on our city bus in the freezing.
She's a cheater, and she knows it. She admits she was getting with another man at the very beginning of their relationship, right when their first son was made.
In the beginning, me and Deshaun, we weren't really serious when we had our first son. I did cheat on him in the beginning.
How did he find out? He says the other man called her phone, and when he confronted her, she lied and said it was just her cousin.
I happened to end up finding out once we was over my sister's house. Some guy calls her phone, Your Honor. So when the guy calls her phone, I'm like, who is that? It's her cousin. That's what she says. It's my cousin. So when I said, okay.
The other man spilled all the tea. Mr. Mitchell says he made her call the guy back, and the man confessed they had been together without protection and that she might be pregnant.
I asked her to call him back. Once she calls him back, he talking about they been having sex and he ain't been using condoms and she may be pregnant. This what he's saying, Your Honor.
There was never
You
a
spoke
time.
to him?
But he's a good guy. Even with all those red flags, he still signed the first son's birth certificate because he wanted to believe her.
He was born?
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
Your Honor, I did.
You did?
Yes. I wanted to believe her, Your Honor. I really did.
He was there the whole pregnancy and the whole 9 in the room and everything.
Was he expressing doubt to you?
No, he was not, and that's why it came to me that he even thought.
The cheating never stopped. He says she was with 3 or 4 other men, and that she even got with a Keo worker right before their second son was born.
Mr. Mitchell, what is this doubt based on?
Your Honor, it's the cheating that she's constantly been doing, Your Honor. It's been 3, maybe 4 guys that she done cheated on me with. Probably 3 since we've been married.
And then after Deshaun was born, you all obviously stayed together because not long after, you have another child.
Correct.
She admits it again. She confesses that she did get with the co-worker, but tries to excuse it by saying their relationship was going through a rocky period.
So, yes, I did cheat with the guy, and I'm not saying that I didn't.
Your Honor, I came home one day, Your Honor. Guy is sitting on my couch, Your Honor.
On your couch?
And she done made dinner or lunch, whatever you want to call it, for this guy.
Judge Lake has 2 envelopes that will change everything. Will this man who stepped up be rewarded with the truth, or is he about to have his heart broken twice?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Mitchell, you are Bishop's father.
Cause that's why it's funny, because how can somebody tell me who I was sleeping with? Nobody in the room was in the room with me when I was sleeping with somebody. What do I have to lie for?
Keyshawn told us that he wanted the blood test. The only way, Keyshawn only denied the baby when him and my daughter was arguing.
This whole heartbreaking story starts with Ms. Hooker, who is trying to prove her late ex-boyfriend Keyshawn is her baby's dad. But his mom, Miss Baker, is here to prove he's not.
Ms. Hooker, you are here with your mother because you say the defendant's son, Mr. Abraham, fathered fathered your 10-month-old daughter, Kanaya. You say that Ms. Baker and her family's denial of this child has caused you pain, and you are here for an apology and to prove her son is the father.
The family's doubt is fueled by some really nasty rumors, including the fact that Keyshawn's own sister cruelly said baby Kanaya was too fat to be his baby.
It's not Miss Baker who denies Kenaya, it's her family who makes my daughter feel some type of way. It's not Miss Baker. She was too fat to be his baby. She fat like them, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. Never from Miss Baker. It's always family who always have something to say about my grandbaby.
But Grandma Baker says her late son told her directly that he wasn't the only boy that had messed with Ms. Hooker. Was she with someone else behind his back?
But then when we finally found out for sure, he told me, he said he wasn't the only boy that had messed with Denaya.
Okay.
Keyshawn allegedly heard from another guy that he was also with Ms. Hooker while he was away. Was she really juggling two men at once?
On a Sunday, and he died that Friday.
I'm so very sorry.
He just told me to promise him that we was gonna get a test done because of what the other young man said, and you know.
What did the other young man say?
He told Keyshawn that when he wasn't around, he was supposedly sleeping with Denaya.
But Ms. Hooker swears she was loyal to Keyshawn and claims he only ever denied the baby when they were in a fight.
You know, 'cause that's why it's funny, because how can somebody tell me who I was sleeping with? Nobody in the room was in the room with me when I was sleeping with somebody. What do I have to lie for?
Keyshawn told us that he wanted the blood test. The only way, Keyshawn only denied the baby when him and my daughter was arguing.
The family feud gets ugly. Keyshawn's sister says she can't even look at the baby because it's just a painful reminder that my brother's not here.
For me personally, to look at the baby because it's just a reminder that my brother's not here. So it's not about her and her feeling. When she does come around, it is a sense of sadness for me. So it's not that somebody looking at her crazy, dealing with
the ultimate act of disrespect. Baby Kanaya's name was completely left out of her alleged father's obituary after he was tragically murdered.
I came here because this is what I promised my baby, and it's gonna be done.
And the truth is, Ms. Baker, and you're right.
Right now.
You're right.
Judge, my daughter really feels some type of way. It's not that she feels some type of way, it's like she more hurt behind the obituary. And Miss Carolyn has explained to her about the obituary, how the obituary went, but in her heart, she feel like Miss Bland left her out of the obituary on purpose.
But she makes a promise. If the baby is his, she will personally go back to the funeral home and have the obituaries reprinted with Kanaya's name included.
Since she got left out the obituary, I have already told them, if it comes back saying Kenaya belongs to Keyshawn, I'm going directly back to the funeral home and get a set of obituaries made. So when this baby grow up and she read her dad's obituary, there's her name.
The courtroom is dead silent. Will this baby be welcomed into a grieving family, or will she be rejected and left fatherless forever?
The percentage of relatedness between Ms. Baker, Mr. Abraham, and Kenaya Abraham is 0%.
and this is why right here.
You know, we're here discussing baby Hazel,
Yes, ma'am.
her paternity, and Ms. Jones asserts that your son is her biological father. Do you believe that? You do?
I do.
Please
I absolutely do.
tell the court why.
Well,
This whole mess starts with Mr. Joyner, a military vet who was in court to prove he's not the father of Ms. Jones's baby, Hazel, after what he says was just a casual fling.
Mr. Joyner, you say you are a responsible U.S. military veteran who would never neglect a call and are 100% certain you are not her child's biological father.
But she says they were in a serious relationship. He was with her every day, and she was even cooking and cleaning for him.
yes, ma'am. I know the situation because she used to take my car and go over there and visit him and stay sometimes this night and everything with him. I even went over there to his residence, spent the weekend and everything with them.
He's a total dog. He admits he didn't even know her name the first night they got together and only planned for it to be a temporary thing.
We were dating.
Your Honor, I would not say we was dating in any kind of serious relationship. I met her, our place where we worked at, it was a restaurant. I mean, hell, the first night I brought her home, Your Honor, I didn't even know her name. I mean, just to be honest.
His big reason for doubt? He claims in his 12 years of being with women, he has never gotten anyone pregnant. So he thinks it's impossible for him to be the dad.
It's not my baby. It is not my baby. I am a U.S. veteran. I am a military veteran, and I do take care of my responsibilities.
Do you have other children?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Grandma is all in. She says the baby looks just like him and that she's already bought a ring with her potential granddaughter's birthstone on it.
They brought her to see me when she was 2 days old. Olivia, I didn't find out till 2 weeks before that she was pregnant. When you
So your
touch
son
a
never
baby,
told you?
You know, you just know. I have a grandmother's ring I got in April. It has Hazel's name and birthstone right with the rest of my grandkids.
But he says his doubt is real because of a past heartbreak. He once raised another child he thought was his, only for a DNA test to prove he wasn't the father.
Your Honor, I have this to say. Not too long ago, a couple years ago, in West Virginia, where I moved from, there was another situation just similar to this one right here. Girl said that she had a baby, you know, it was mine, all this. And I mean, this baby looked identical to me. Identical. I thought so myself. I got attached to this baby, and the test results came in, and it was negative.
His mom is not having it. She says she's ashamed of him for denying the baby, and that he needs to be a man and step up.
Miss Jones's child, baby Hazel, is your biological child. Why do you think your mother's saying that?
I don't know, maybe just deep down she's ready for me to have a kid. I mean, she knows she's ready for
You're
me.
not
I don't
responsible
know.
to have babies.
You know, I mean, my little brother, he has 2 of them, and I don't have any.
He's been a total deadbeat so far. The mom says he hasn't bought a single diaper, and the baby doesn't even have a crib to sleep in.
Needs to grow up, and denying it is not going to help. You're missing every day that you don't.
Sounds like your mother has stepped up in your absence thus far because she is 8 months old.
I was helping Olivia from day one. Been there and bought that baby diapers, clothes for me from day one when neither one of them would.
I was buying things for Hazel when nobody was.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will Grandma get her wish, or is this man who's been hurt before about to be proven right?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Joyner, you are the father.
As I found out I was pregnant, I called DeMarcus and let DeMarcus know I'm pregnant right now, and it's a possibility that it's Ladarius's baby or your baby. DeMarcus told me to come home.
So you got back together with Mr. Patterson.
Because me and Ladarius were like oil and water, and we could not do it.
This poor dude, Mr. Patterson, is so hurt, he raised 4-year-old DeMarcus Jr. from birth. But now his ex, Ms. Knight, is saying another man could be the real dad.
Mr. Patterson, you opened your case today to prove that you 4-year-old DeMarcus Patterson Jr.'s biological father.
But she claims she was honest from the start. She says she told him when she got pregnant that there was a 50-50 chance the baby wasn't his.
I let DeMarcus know when I got pregnant that there was a possibility that I could be pregnant by someone else.
How did this all start? She says she left Mr. Patterson after he cheated on her and immediately got with the other man, Mr. Sigler.
DeMarcus ended up cheating on me within the time we were together, and I ended up leaving with Ladarius, the alleged father. Basically, we didn't work out at all. So I called DeMarcus to let him know, hey, I could be pregnant by Ladarius and you. And DeMarcus like, well, I want to be with you.
But then she got back with Mr. Patterson while she was still with Mr. Sigler. This is a total mess.
As I found out I was pregnant, I called DeMarcus and let DeMarcus know, I'm pregnant right now, and it's a possibility that it's Ladarius's baby or your baby. DeMarcus told me, come home.
So you got back together with Mr. Patterson.
Because me and Ladarius were like oil and water and could not do it.
He was so sure the baby was his. He was at the hospital for the birth and says when he held his son for the first time, all his doubts went away.
I've been there since birth, you know, since he came out the womb, since he entered this world. When the doctor first, you know, held him up and finally gave him to him, I witnessed him just completely quit crying and looked me dead in my eyes. And that's when, at that moment, I knew I became someone's father. So at that moment, like all the doubts that we had before, I just knew like they were just out the window and just, it was gonna leave us a happy family,
But she says he's a liar. She claims he's the one who demanded to name the baby after himself and refused to get a DNA test.
Why give in to the name and name this child after him
because
knowing that there's a possibility?
I was in love with him. We were together all the time. He demanded it, that's what he wanted. He denied the DNA test. So I'm like, you know what?
We're gonna roll with this.
Let's go with it.
The family situation is just bizarre. The other man's mother is Ms. Knight's godmother, and they've all been raising the little boy together like one big happy family.
Felicia, that is your witness here.
My godmama.
That's Mr. Sigler's mother.
Right.
So that's the other guy's mother. And so you said Miss Sigler is your godmother.
Right.
So the other possible father is your god brother?
Right.
Oh.
Ladarius.
Why are you making this look bad?
Surprise! The other man, Mr. Sigler, is in court. He says he's the one who told her she was pregnant and took her to the clinic to find out for sure.
DeMarcus Jr.'s biological father?
Yes, ma'am. In the midst of me and Kaylin having dealings or intimacy, I was the one who told her she was pregnant. And when I told her she was pregnant, she said, well, if you feel like that, take me to the clinic.
This is so sad. The little boy calls both men daddy, and now his whole world is about to be turned upside down.
And so in the last 4 years, has Mr. Patterson been there for DeMarcus?
He's been there.
He had. DeMarcus Jr. called Mr. Patterson daddy?
Yeah.
He do look at both of us like fathers.
Does he call you daddy too?
Yes, ma'am.
So the child is calling two men daddy.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. DeMarcus, I don't care how he acted. After this, find out he ain't daddy, he ain't going nowhere.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this big, happy family stay together, or will one man be left heartbroken?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Sigler.
Correct.
Who jumped out the window?
She did.
I was trying to get free from him.
But see, the whole
He's
thing
crazy.
is, she leave the house every time. It's always when a private call come, or it's after 3 a.m. That's the only time he able to get away from his wife, so-called.
What?
That's it.
This relationship is a total disaster. Ms. Hotto is in court to prove her ex, Mr. Andrews, is the father of their baby, but he's sure she's a serial cheater.
Ms. Hadel, after 8 years off and on with the defendant, the two of you called it quits just 3 months ago because he denies your 1-year-old daughter, Amarella. Now, you want to prove to him that he is her biological father.
But she says he's the real cheater. She claims he got another woman pregnant while they were living together.
9 months into our relationship, pregnated another female while he was living with me. I moved to Kansas and got away from him. We then started our relationship back. I had planned on having another child with him.
His big reason for doubt? He snooped on her phone and found a bunch of sexual text messages from another man.
You saw sexual text messages from another man. Is that correct?
Correct.
Explain.
The same person who I see this text message from is the same guy who she was having an affair with all along from the whole get-go. So when I seen that text message, my whole thought process was...
But the drama gets even crazier. He claims she once jumped out of their window at 3 in the morning after getting a private phone call.
Correct.
Who jumped out the window?
She did.
Trying to get free from him.
But see, the whole
He's
thing
crazy.
is, she leave the house every time. It's always when a private call come, or it's after 3 a.m. That's the only time he able to get away from his wife, so-called.
What?
That's it.
Her wild excuse for the window escape? She says he was barricading my front door, and she had to leave to get some comfort.
I get that you all were in a bad place in your relationship, but does trust have to do with playing Wonder Woman and jumping out the window?
I couldn't walk out my front door because he was barricading my front door.
Where were you going?
I was going to find comfort.
He's got more proof. He says he found a bunch of unused condoms in her car. What was she planning to do with those?
Found a condom
So
in
at least
the car.
I was using protection and it ain't.
But she know I'm the one who take my daughter to daycare every morning. I don't want to get the dress, take daycare every morning. Little dirty people couldn't even take the condom and throw it away.
The ultimate betrayal. He claims she even admitted to him that there were 2 other men who could be the baby's father.
A couple times.
Number 4. 4 months ago, Ms. Hadel told me about other potential fathers.
Correct.
Really?
And out of spite, she just go to running her mouth, and when she get mad, she'll tell on herself.
Full of it.
She says that's a lie. She claims she only agreed with him that there were other men because he wouldn't stop accusing her.
No, Honor, this is what I said, and I'm gonna let you know what happened. He was saying this person and this person is her daddy. I said, okay.
Because you was having
And
affairs with both of
okay,
them.
then
Because she was having
no, I
affairs with
was
both
not.
guys.
Either way, so I just agreed with him because that's what he wanted to hear. So I said, okay. Like, I'm done arguing with you. Okay, then.
And you think I would, so you...
He was there for the birth and even cut the umbilical cord, but he says he still had doubts in the back of his mind the whole time.
Another female pregnant in the same town that we're living in. I'm about to give birth a month later. He was there, got to see this first child born out of whatever 6 or 7 children that he does have. This is the first child that he got to see born. So that was very special for him, me as well, having him there.
But he's got his own secrets. She claims he has 3 other kids with other women that he's been hiding from her.
He has 2 other children. 3 other children outside of the relationship?
During our relationship.
No.
What kind of mess is this?
She's lying.
Right.
She's lying. She's lying.
You're gonna get the side eye now.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this chaotic couple finally get the answer they need to move on?
Determined by this court, Mr. Andrews, you are the father.
That's when I should have known that.
But
at some point you found out. Yes.
2 weeks later,
And
but
I
you
still,
continue.
And I still continue.
We 4 years
yes,
now?
I did. By then, I felt like I was stuck. I was young, and I felt like I was stuck.
This whole mess starts with Ms. Phillips, who is suing her ex, Mr. Gibbs, for over $1,000 in baby expenses for their daughter Jordan because he refuses to help out.
Ms. Phillips, you are suing your ex-boyfriend for $1,000 in child care expenses you claim he has ignored since denying that he is the father of your 2-month-old daughter Jordan, whom he refuses to meet.
But he says he has every reason to doubt her. He claims she has a history of being with other men and didn't live up to his standards.
You claim that Ms. Phillips did not live up to your standards and has a long history of sexual promiscuity. You believe you are not father of her baby and therefore say owe her nothing.
Their relationship was a total roller coaster. He says he kicked her out after a spiritual convention, but she says he's the one who was playing games.
I think it started for me when, he went to this convention, a spiritual convention, and he came home that night. He was just like, you gotta go.
I just must stop you. You're in a relationship. He's the one for me.
That's how I felt.
But she admits she did cheat on him. She says she felt stuck in the relationship because of his own cheating and just wanted to get back at him.
That's when I should have known that.
But at some point you found out.
Yes.
2 weeks later,
And
but
I
you
still-
continue.
but- and
3
I
years.
still
We
continue-
4 years
yes,
now.
I did because by then I felt like I was stuck. I was young and I felt like I was stuck.
His sister Orion takes the stand. She says she found it super weird that Ms. Phillips disappeared to another state for 2 weeks while she was pregnant.
Okay, well, first of all, it's just too much between the both of them, back and forth. This has been going on for a year. And when my brother first told me that she was pregnant and that she did have a child, I thought it was strange that she left and went to Tampa, because I felt like, okay, well, if it is his baby, you're not just keeping it away from him, but you're keeping it away from the rest of his family too.
But Ms. Phillips says she only left to get away from all the stress and drama he was causing her during the pregnancy.
Couldn't do it no more, Your Honor. All this drama he would take. I was pregnant. I wasn't trying to be the
It was stressing you out.
Yeah, trying to be stressed out. I was not trying to be stressed by him, and he know why, because he first came off denying it. Then we getting argument after argument.
But the mom says her daughter is a good person who just made some bad choices and that he's not perfect either.
She's saying, oh, I can't take it no more, but look what we've been going through for the past 3 years of chaos.
And I was pregnant then
So you're
either.
gonna get pregnant, but then now you take off
I
right
wasn't
when things are getting.
To go to Florida, and what did you think?
I thought it was strange because, I mean, pregnant by someone and I wanted that person to step up. And even if I'm having problems with that, I'm gonna think about my child.
He's been a total deadbeat so far. She says he hasn't given her a single penny for the baby, and she had to pay for everything herself.
I wouldn't just leave while I'm pregnant because that's just not natural
Well, the
to
baby
me.
comes first, and my baby's health is important to me. If I'm stressed out, of course, I mean, it's anything that can happen when you're pregnant. If you got a child, you will know. Then when you're pregnant, you can't be stressed.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will he be on the hook for over $1,000, or will he get the last laugh?
This court has determined that you are her father. So after he didn't show up with the leasing office,
I left.
and how soon after you were intimate with Mr. Sensabaugh did you go down to see your ex?
It was soon.
It was soon. So you're admitting to that?
Yes.
Is that evidence you have for me? Jerome, will you pass that?
This whole mess starts with Mr. Sensabaugh, a man who has survived being shot twice and now just wants to know if Ms. Brown's baby is his.
Ms. Montoya, you and your son, Mr. Sensabaugh, claim you've been lied to by the defendant about the paternity of her child on numerous occasions.
Yes, Your Honor.
But she says he's just a total mama's boy who let his mom break them up because he wouldn't even sign a lease for their new apartment.
I didn't know that Gregory was such a mother's boy and that I was dealing with his mother.
How am I a mother's boy?
I would be dealing with his mother. I didn't lay with her, I laid with him. We had a conversation and he had said that he was ready to, so I had found an apartment. I had an apartment that was ready for us to sign the paperwork.
But he says their relationship was never serious and that she was still talking to her ex the whole time they were together.
Like the relationship, she was still talking to her, you feel me, her ex, you feel me? So like, what was I supposed to
Greg,
do?
you know the honest to God truth that you told me you was ready to settle down.
She admits it. Just a week after they broke up, she went to another state and got with her ex, who is now the other possible father.
So after he didn't show up with the leasing office, and how soon after you were intimate with Mr. Sensabaugh did you go down to see your ex?
It was soon.
So you're admitting to that?
Yes.
Is that evidence you have for me? Jerome, will you pass that?
She's a total liar. The grandma says she caught her in a lie about taking a plane to see the other man when she actually drove.
But even looking at this calendar, it lets me know that she even lied about something else because I was told she took a plane to Oklahoma and then when she got off the plane, she was throwing up, I guess, experiencing morning sickness. Now here we go, you drove? Greg knew. You told me. I don't know what you told Greg or what he... I never told you that I took a plane to Oklahoma.
But here's the craziest part. They already took a home DNA test and it came back that he was not the father.
The timeline of lies is week 1. I purchased the DNA test, to which she agreed to take. 8 weeks, 2 months for her to send it in. And the whole 2 months, she said, I sent it. Finally, she sends it in the DNA sample. Week 11, the results came in. I got an email in the middle of the night.
And what did the results say?
That there was 0 probability of paternity.
So why are they in court? Because she admits she faked that first test. She says she swapped one of her other kids' DNA samples to trick him.
I get told by my son that she said she lied and that she swapped one of her other kids on purpose so that he wouldn't be the father.
Wait a minute. Ms. Brown, did you say this?
I said that out of us being upset.
So once again,
and him talking crazy,
That's another lie.
cussing me out. And
His mom is heartbroken. She says this whole mess has torn her up and she just wants the truth for her son, who has already been through so much.
At the end of the day, my son got shot once. He got shot again after these results. That's week 14. Maybe by week 19, he was shot again and almost died. So here we are. We have still a child up in the air, and that's what brings us here to paternity court.
Do you hope she's your grandchild?
I don't know.
But Ms. Brown says the grandma is the real problem. She claims the grandma has been lying on her and trying to keep her son away from his responsibilities.
This is my son. I can lose him at any given time. He's been shot twice. Who's to say the third time isn't gonna be it? My son almost died when he was 2 weeks old. So if she wants to consider him a mama's boy, that's with him getting shot.
The poor baby, Malaya, is caught in the middle of all this. The grandma says the baby looks just like her, and she's been so excited to be a grandma.
Why are you so emotional, Mrs. Montoya? What are you feeling?
I don't know. I don't know what to feel. I just want the truth to come out.
Like, and another reason is because the baby looked like it favors me. So I'm just thinking, like, why I can't be in my child's life if that's my child? Like, it looked like me.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this man who has survived so much finally get the peace he's looking for?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Sensabaugh, you are not her father.
And get her name what it's supposed to be, Ava Jashay Miller, and that meant so much to my son, and that's why I know it, because I lost a daughter, and her name was Ashaya. She was 15. They was very close, so that's where her name come from.
This whole sad story starts with Ms. Kyle, who is in court to prove to her late boyfriend's mother, Ms. Light, that her son James is the father of her baby, Ava.
Ms. Kiles, you have opened your case to prove to the defendant that her deceased son, James, is your 14-month-old daughter, Ava's biological father. You state that you know the defendant is in pain due to the loss of her son, but so are you, and want nothing more than to give her closure.
But the grandma, Miss Light, says her son had big doubts. He told her that another man once answered Ms. Kyle's phone and claimed he was Ava's father.
Ms. Light, you say Ms. Kyles is a pathological liar, and you claim that as much as you would love for a piece of your son to be here, you don't trust baby Ava belongs to him.
But
the doubt is still eating away at you.
It's killing me. It was just a lot going on. He came to me so many times, hurt after he moved her to Oklahoma.
She totally denies it. Ms. Kyle swears their arguments were never about other people and that he never doubted the baby was his.
And so, Ms. Kyles, did another man answer the phone?
That never happened. Me and James never had any fights or arguments about any females, any males. I was hormonal.
But here's a crazy twist. Ms. Kyle admits that after the baby was born, she tried to give her away to a family member who named her Skylar.
When do you let him know that the baby's here?
I decided to give Ava away to a family member, and she named Ava Skylar.
She says she got the baby back and changed her name to Ava, which is what she and James had originally picked out together.
She took her back to Chicago. A week later, I wanted my baby back. She didn't want to give her to me, so I had to call my mother to get her back. She got her immediately. My mom went to go get her. My mom dropped Ava off to Miss Lighthouse, where James was staying at.
He loved that baby so much. The grandma reveals that her son got Ava tattooed right on his face to show his love for his little girl.
Because my son had tatted on his face, Ava Jashay. My son would have told me something. My son would have got the baby's name changed if he had known.
The story is so tragic. The grandma says James was raising Ava as his own and even had her in the car with him on the day he was tragically murdered.
He was raised, she was with her daddy. Y'all was in Illinois at this point. She was with her father when he passed away. She was in a car.
The birth certificate is a total mess. The grandma found a text message that revealed the baby's legal name is still Skylar, and she doesn't even have James's last name.
She didn't have to tell me this, but my grandbaby name is not Ava Jashay. Her name is Skylar Angel, and that's how I found out a couple of weeks ago. On my son's obituary and everything is Ava Jashay Miller.
She says if the baby is her son's, she wants to legally change her name to Ava Jashay Miller, a name that has special meaning to their family.
And get her name what is supposed to be Ava Jashay Miller, and that meant so much to my son, and that's why I know it, because I lost a daughter, and her name was Shea. She was 15. They was very close, so that's where her name come from.
Judge Lake has the results. Will this grieving grandma get the news she's been praying for, or is more heartbreak on the way?
The percentage of relatedness between Ms. Light and Skylar Ava is 99%. You are. So you can blame yourself.
No, this is his fault. This is his fault, and this is her fault. And my thing is this: he's been doing things with women. This just a pinch of it compared to what I've been going through in the last 7.5 years. She was one, we got into it because she contacted me.
This whole mess starts with Ms. Humphreys, who is in court to prove her ex, Mr. Cook, is the father of her baby, Tyler. But her new man, Mr. Mosley, is also in the mix.
Ms. Humphreys, you are in court to prove that Mr. Mosley fathered your 2-month-old son, Tyler, while he was separated from the mother of his children.
She admits she was getting with both men at the same time, and even says she didn't use protection with either of them.
Because at the time when I got conceived, we were sexual. That was like the end of August, beginning of September.
Were you having sex with anyone else during that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were?
But she says she was more sexual with Mr. Mosley, which is why she thinks he's the one. What does that even mean?
But you also were having sex with the other guy during that time as well. Do you consider him as a potential father as well?
I mean, he could be, but I was more sexual with Mr. Mosley.
His other girlfriend, Miss Robinson, is in court, and she is not happy. She's totally fed up with all the drama and just wants this mess to be over.
So you can blame yourself.
No, this is his fault. This is his fault, and this is her fault. And my thing is this: he's been doing things with women. This just a pinch of it compared to what I've been going through in the last 7.5 years. She was one, we got into it because she contacted me.
But here's the crazy part. Even though he has a whole other girlfriend, Mr. Mosley admits he is still getting with Ms. Humphreys.
So you still have sex with Ms. Humphreys?
I have, yeah.
And still going to continue to once this is done.
Yes.
Drama.
No, it's the truth.
And you say that without any reservation. Yes, I am. But you stand here saying your family's on the line and you don't want Miss Robinson to leave you. But you saying you having sex with Miss Humphreys.
The ex-boyfriend, Mr. Cook, is here, and he's been a total stand-up guy. He's been there for her and the baby, was at the baby shower, and was even at the birth.
Mr. Cook, have you been in the child's life?
Yes.
What have you done for Tyler?
I bought Tyler stuff for his baby shower. I was there when Tyler was born.
You were?
Yes.
At the hospital?
Yeah, but he wasn't there. He wasn't at the baby shower neither. When Miss Humphreys told me she was conceived, which was September 1st, we eliminated Mr. Mosley from even being a candidate for being Tyler's father.
He's so hurt by her lies. He tells her he's been trying to do the right thing, but she's just been playing games with both of them.
Are you telling him that he's the child's father? And you're telling Mr. Mosley he's the child's father?
Wow.
I'm the only one that's doing something for the child.
She's not lying now. She's telling the truth.
I'm the only one doing something for the child.
So,
I
Mr.
keep
Humphreys,
Tyler
why
more
are
than
you?
her.
Why is that your approach?
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Which of these men is about to have their life changed forever?
It has been determined by this court. His biological father is Mr. Cook.
Mr. Belding Jr. is in court because he thinks the real father of his daughter, Jordan, might be his own father, Mr. Belding Sr.
Yes, Your Honor.
How did this even happen? His dad, Mr. Belding Sr., had nowhere to go, so he moved in and was living with his sons. The sleeping arrangements are super shady. At first, she says they slept in different rooms, but then admits they did share a bed, just not at the same time. But wait, there's more. His mom claims another man was at the hospital when the baby was born and was going to sign the birth certificate and moved in with her.
It was after I had moved to Georgia to live with him and his dad to join the military.
The DNA results for the father and son. Will this baby's dad also be her grandpa?
Is the father of 3-year-old Jordan Marsh, Mr. Belding Sr.
First, the lie detector results. Ms. Marsh was asked if she ever got with her ex-boyfriend's father. What will the test reveal?
You said no, and the lie detector determined that is the truth.
Excuse me, Your Honor, she got me. You know, you don't have to worry about that. If I'm a man, I'm gonna step up and do what I gotta do. My job is to protect you and to love you, to show you how a man's supposed to treat you, you know.
This is so emotional. Mr. Jenkins has been searching for his daughter, Ms. Bond, for 24 years, and today they are meeting for the very first time.
Mr. Jenkins, you reached out to the court to open a case. You believe that you have a long-lost daughter and hoped to one day find her to prove you are father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
So we've located the woman you believe is your daughter, and she's here in court today.
But she doesn't believe him at all. She says she's never heard of him, his name isn't on her birth certificate, and her mom, who died in a car accident, never mentioned him.
Had you ever heard of Mr. Jenkins?
I've never heard of Mr. Jenkins. None of my family members have spoken on him. I also like to submit this as evidence. His name isn't even on my birth certificate.
You don't believe he's your father?
No, Your Honor. Never heard of him. No one has ever spoken of him. I've never seen any pictures. My mother never even spoke of him, brought him up in no conversations whatsoever.
He says he and her mom were in college together and so in love. He calls her banging and says she looked just like Lena Horne to him.
I've been looking for her over 24 years, Your Honor. Me and her mother was in college together. I'm telling you, she was banging. I mean, she had a nice big back porch on her. She had this pink jumpsuit on, and she used to wear this little black hat with an X on it. I mean, you know, that was like, she was like Lena Horne to me, you know.
Aww.
He brought proof. He pulls out an ultrasound picture of her that he has saved for 24 long years.
I'd like to submit this here to the court, Your Honor. It's an ultrasound picture that I used to go to hospital with her. I was excited. I said, I got my first child. I got a girl. You know, I was just blown away.
So this is an ultrasound picture of Ms. Bond?
Yes.
That you've saved all these years?
Over 24 years.
Her past is so sad. She breaks down, revealing she's homeless, struggling to get her own children back, and feels so alone after losing both her parents in an accident.
I lost my mother.
Take your time.
And my father, and I didn't have anybody. And I struggle, and I'm still struggling. I'm homeless. I'm trying to get my children, and I have no one on my side, and I just feel so alone. I feel like a part of me is really missing.
He gets super emotional and makes her a beautiful promise saying, "You got me now. I'm your man. My job is to protect you and love you."
Excuse me, Your Honor, she got me. You know, you don't have to worry about that. Because I'm a man, I'm gonna step up and do what I gotta do. My job is to protect you and to love you, to show you how a man's supposed to treat you.
He says he's been trying to find her for years. He claims he would go to her family's house, but they would make him wait out on the porch and wouldn't let him see her.
I used to go over one of your family members' house. I used to come over there every Christmas. I used to go there, kept me out on the porch, played crazy on me, played like she didn't know who I was. I knocked on doors. I'd like to submit one more thing to the court.
I have a Facebook page. If you went for social media, you could have found me.
This is so tragic. He says he finally got in touch with her mom when she was 8, but a week later, her mom died in the car accident before he could see her.
You didn't get to see her?
I didn't get to see her.
What happened?
I talked to her on the phone, and she said, in the next week or so, I'll let you see Andrea. I said, how she's doing? She's doing pretty good. A week later, I called her back at that number, and I had heard some bad news that she was in a bad car accident.
Oh my goodness.
So why did he start searching so hard now? He says he was inspired after the musician Prince died, and he wants to be able to leave his own legacy to his daughter.
You call this court every single day.
Not just a while back, you know, music artist Prince had died, and he didn't have any estate or nothing to leave any of his stuff to. So the things that I have, or the things that I accomplished in life, I would like to leave them to my daughter.
After 24 years of searching, a tragic accident, and a lifetime of pain, the DNA results are here. Is this the happy ending she's been waiting for?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Jenkins, you are her father.
Because I remember her mom talking about a David. That's your dad.
Who said David Watkins?
It was a David
My name
Watkins.
used to be David Watkins. I was adopted, and he changed my name to Watkins, and then when I got grown, I changed my name back to my dad's name.
After the man who raised her said, "I'm not your dad," Ms. Hannon's mother told her on her deathbed that another man, David Dorsey, was her real father.
Ms. Hannon, you grew up believing one man was your father until the age of 13 when he said, "I am not your daddy." Your mother then told you on her deathbed that another man, the defendant David Dorsey, is your biological father.
Today is the first time she's ever seen him, but when he walks into the courtroom, he goes right past her without a hug because he's sure he's not her dad.
She's been told that you are her biological father.
Yes, ma'am.
You walk through the doors, you walk right past her, no hug. You didn't even really look at her, acknowledge her.
I acknowledged her. I looked at her.
He drops a bombshell. He swears he's not her father because he has never met or even heard of her mother in his entire life. He doesn't recognize her picture at all.
You don't believe you're her biological father?
Not really, no, Your Honor.
Why?
Because I don't remember her mother at all.
You are standing here at the defendant's podium in this courtroom today saying you know you cannot be Miss Hannon's biological father because you have never met her mother. Miss Hannon, do you have a picture of your mother with you? Show that picture to Mr. Dorsey. Do you remember that woman?
No, ma'am.
But the godmother is here to spill the tea. She takes the stand and says she remembers Mr. Dorsey and that he used to bring her friend, the mom, lunch at work all the time.
Well, Your Honor, me and Fallon's mother, Veronica, we worked together. And Mr. Dorsey, I have seen him come to the job to bring her mom lunch. Her mom would talk about her baby daddy being David.
Here's a crazy twist. The godmother remembers the dad's name as David Watkins. Mr. Dorsey then admits his name used to be David Watkins before he was adopted.
Because I remember her mom talking about a David. That's your dad.
Oh wait,
But it
this
was
is David
Watkins.
Dorsey. You said David Watkins.
It was a David
My name
Watkins.
used to be David Watkins. I was adopted, and he changed my name to Watkins, and then when I got grown, I changed my name back to my dad's name.
Mr. Dorsey's other daughter, Melody, comes to court, and she's 100% convinced Ms. Hannon is her long-lost sister.
You know we are here discussing the paternity as it relates to Ms. Hannon.
Yes, I'm here to claim my sister. That's my sister.
She says her dad was a total rolling stone back in the day, known all over town as David Watkins, the slayer of women. So it's totally possible he just forgot about her mom.
I don't mean to disrespect my dad, but my dad was a rolling stone, okay? So he was the man, and he was very known on the north side for being David Watkins, you know, the slayer of women, you know? So...
The resemblance is insane. Melody says when she first saw a picture of Ms. Hannon on Facebook, she thought it was a picture of herself, about a good 50 pounds ago.
Went onto Facebook, you know, and I looked up her name, and when I seen her face, I was like, if that's not me, maybe about a good 50 pounds ago,
The sisterly bond is so strong. Before the results are even read, Ms. Dorsey tells Ms. Hannon, "You are my sister, period." And they share an emotional hug.
I love you. Okay, stop this. Don't cry. Don't cry. It's gonna be okay, because like I told you before, you are my sister, period.
After a deathbed confession and a shocking case of amnesia, the DNA results are here. Is this slayer of women her father, or is the truth lost forever?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Dorsey, you are not the father.
He drops a bombshell origin story. He claims he met her mother 28 years ago when he found her beaten and bloody on the side of a lake. He rescued her, and their traumatic encounter led to a one-night stand that he believes resulted in a daughter he never knew.
Well, started out that I was a truck driver. I got tired and I pulled up by the lake.
The secret gets even crazier. Years later, they all met again at church, where her mother confirmed Ms. Garcia was his daughter, but swore him to secrecy until the day she died.
I asked her to sit down and I want to talk to her. And I explained everything in detail.
A mind-blowing courtroom revelation. Ms. Garcia learns for the first time that Mr. Johnston has known this secret for 28 years. She had assumed her mother only told him on her deathbed.
I didn't know it was 28 years that he held the secret. The day he came to tell me, I was under the assumption that my mother told him right before she died, which was in 2009. I just found out today that he actually knew it way back when I was 20.
So,
after
when it comes to Cindy Lee Garcia, Mr. Johnston, you are not her father.
A new couple hits the stage with some major drama. Mr. Caldwell doubts he's the father of the days she slept with him versus the days she slept with her friend, and they were back to back.
And the green is when she was intimate with you. The 29th and 30th of July, that'd be back-to-back days.
The disrespect is unreal. Mr. Caldwell reveals that after they got
Basically, this relationship is a mess.
After all the cheating accusation and a mountain of drama, the DNA results will finally reveal the truth about their 5-month-old daughter. Is Mr.
Do you believe you're the father?
No.
You don't?
No, Your Honor.
Why?
Because I haven't had sex with her.
Why would she just come up with your name like you the father?
I said because she obsessed with me. Everyone I talk to, she called him and tell him that I got her pregnant.
The drama exploded with a single phone call. The fiancé says she was blindsided when the ex, Ms. Pitts, called her up to drop the bombshell. "I'm pregnant by Robert."
Back in September 2012, I received a phone call from their 12-year-old daughter stating that Ms. Pitts would like to speak with
left me. So once I got the phone to speak with Miss Pitts, she said, I'm not calling you to be messy. I need to speak with you on a matter. So I'm like, okay, go ahead. What's the matter? She was like, I'm pregnant by Robert.
In a shocking twist, the ex reveals she was moments away from giving the baby up for adoption. With her hand on the dotted line, her family rushed in and convinced her to keep the child her husband promised to raise as his own.
When I gave birth to my daughter, my sister was at the hospital with me also. My hand was on the dotted line. My aunt came in and told me that she wasn't gonna let me get my child up for adoption. At that moment, I called my husband and talked to him about it. He told me he didn't want me to get my baby up. He was gonna be there for my daughter.
He claims he's innocent and she's just obsessed with him. Mr. Slater swears he hasn't slept with his ex in years, but she fires back, "You ain't saying that when you was in my bed."
Do you believe you're the father?
No.
You don't?
No, Your Honor.
Why?
Because I haven't had sex with her.
Why would she just come up with your name like you the father?
I said because she assists with me. Everyone I talk to, she call him and tell him that I got her pregnant.
The courtroom erupts into chaos. The fighting between the women gets so intense that the bailiff has to step in and physically stand between them to keep order.
I'm
okay,
a slave.
let's be respectful.
You weren't saying that when you was just in my bed.
I
don't want baby. You can have what you keep sleeping with if you don't want.
Let's
got everybody in my sleep.
I can't tell. You still
Jerome, please go stand between the two ladies.
Just when you think it can't get messier, the fiancé drops a bombshell of her own. While their engagement was on pause over this drama, she also ended up pregnant by him.
Or when did your engagement?
I put it on pause then too, and then somehow I ended up
Let him say
pregnant.
they wasn't engaged, Your Honor.
I just had a baby in 2014 by this guy.
And so once you found out you were pregnant, you decided to stay with Mr. Slater.
Try to pan everything out and work on it.
Even the judge has had enough of his lies. After Mr. Slater repeatedly yells, "She's a lie," about everyone, the judge slams him saying, "Now I'm starting to believe you the lie."
Every time somebody testifies of something in this courtroom, the first thing out your mouth is she's a lie. Now I'm starting to believe you the lie. You're gonna have to come up with some testimony in here that makes some sense. Because every time I turn around and ask you a question, you can't recall.
The fiancé lays down a final ultimatum. She tells the court that his bags are already pre-packed, and if the results prove he's the father, it's bye for good.
Right about now, I can't even say if she's his, he getting his walking papers. Good. He's already pre-packed.
Pre-packed?
Yes.
So if the results indicate he is the father,
it's bye.
Okay.
With a wedding hanging in the balance, the judge holds the envelope that contains everyone's future. Is he the father? And is this engagement over forever?
When it comes to 1-year-old Primrose Harmony Pitts, Mr. Slater, you are her father.
When I got that phone call, I was wondering, where would you get this from out of 30 years? If she can find out that I'm not her father out of 30 years, somebody could have told me. And I was with her mother every night.
In a shocking courtroom showdown, a woman has brought the man who raised her to court to prove he's not her father. She's so convinced another man is her real dad that he's waiting in the hallway to take his own DNA test.
Ms. Miller, you've summoned the defendant, Mr. White, to court to prove to him that he is not your biological father, even though he has believed he's your father your entire life.
Yes, Your Honor.
The man you now say is your father is waiting in the hallway and will join us in court in a moment.
The lifelong secret began with a chilling confession. As a teenager, she overheard her mother admit, "I don't know who your dad is," planting a seed of doubt that would haunt her for years.
And once I found out what they were, my mom and my grandmother was in the bedroom, and I said I wanted to go to my dad's house, Mr. Wright. So my mom, her back was turned to me, and she said, "I don't know who your dad is," and that she believed more so that Mr. Wright is than Mr. White is.
She was forced to live a painful double life. To keep her two dads from discovering each other, she completely erased herself from social media, terrified that a single photo from a family barbecue would expose the 30-year lie.
I don't even have like social sites now, because if I do like family barbecues, which I spend a lot of time with Mr. Wright's side of from barbecues to parties, birthdays, and I don't do that with Mr. White. Other family members on Mr. White's side, I don't want them to run back and tell him like, who is this man Miranda's calling her dad, or to raise a lot of drama.
Two fathers are left heartbroken and confused. Mr. White, who was with her mother every night for years, is stunned. Meanwhile, Mr. Wright had no idea another man even existed.
When I got that phone call, I was wondering, where would you get this from out of 30 years? If she can find out that I'm not her father out of 30 years, somebody could have told me. And I was with her mother every night.
The evidence seems clear when a photo is revealed. Ms. Miller presents a picture showing an insane resemblance to Mr. Wright's entire family, from her freckles down to her nose.
I look so much like his entire family. From my grandmother to my auntie, his entire family looks just like me. The freckles, everything. We just look so much like the nose. I mean, I just believe in me being around him so much.
But a bombshell twist throws everything into chaos. When a side-by-side photo of her and Mr. White is shown, she's shocked to see an undeniable resemblance to him as well.
Submitted another photo to the court because you said you also feel like you look like Mr. White.
Oh wow, I never seen it side by side like that.
And you see a resemblance there as well.
Her heart and her mind are at war. After seeing the pictures, she admits that while her heart has always believed Mr. Wright is her dad, her gut feeling is gone, and the truth is completely in the air.
What that must feel like for you.
God, my heart is racing. I'm so nervous because now, that's why I said I'm here to seek my truth, because once seeing both of those pictures, like, wow, I don't even know, like, in my heart anymore. When my heart, I feel like Mr. Wright is my dad.
After 30 years of secrets, the results are finally in the judge's hand. 2 men have loved her as a daughter, but only one can be her biological father. Which man's world is about to be shattered forever?
It has been determined by this court. Ms. Miller's biological father is Mr. White.